And today we're asking you about the developments around Tshwane. Tomorrow, that vote of no confidence in the Mayor Solim Simanga there. And of course, we know what's happened in Nelson Mandela Bay this week. So we're asking you this morning, should fresh elections be held in metros like Nelson Mandela Bay and Tshwane in order to obtain a new mandate from voters? What's your take on this, especially considering that, coalition politics is not something that we have been too familiar with as the South African electorate. So what is your stance on that? At Morning Live SABC, hashtag Morning Live. Please send us your views and we'll read some of those as we progress through the morning. All right, from there, let's move on now to stories of the day. And this is what you can look forward to. Starting there in Parliament, the Standing Committee on Finance follows up on Steinhoff-related issues, and also the Justice Portfolio Committee. They will consider responses from the Public Protector in relation to calls for her to be removed. And then the IEC, they are to approach the Constitutional Court to seek an extension to verify the addresses of South Africans not recorded on the voters' roll. Also, the Democratic Alliance, they will address the media on the status of DA-led coalition governments. And those are some of the big stories that you can look forward to. Let's move on to Twitter and find out what the trending topics are. And starting there with Newsroom Africa, and they, of course, were the winning bidder yesterday. MultiChoice announcing that Newsroom Africa will now be taking over the space that was formerly occupied by ANN7 and then Afro Worldview. So much talk about that. And of course, also Julius Malema during his press conference yesterday, saying that he has files on this particular bid and how it became successful, and that they will call as the EFF a separate press conference in order to share those files with the public, because he also went on to say Newsroom Africa were not the first or second in the bidding assessment, so how did they then jump to the front of the queue? Picture there of Tabile Ngwato. You would know her here from SABC, and she is one of the owners, we understand, of Newsroom Africa. So that's one of the stories trending. And then Kabuza. Well. Orlando Pirates. I don't know, how many of you saw what happened there last night? Pirates against Black Leopards. And in the goal that was scored, in which Kabuza provided the assist, and this on the back of the fans really, getting on his back for perhaps squandering a few chances. And he then, in the aftermath of that own goal that was scored by Leopards, walks over to the fans, takes over, well, he ran, and he took off his jersey and he threw it at the crowd. And then you had the coach, Michos Radojevic, also, bumping him there, and it was just crazy. It left everybody speechless. So that is why Kabuza is trending. And then he feigned injury, and I'm saying feigned, that's my view of it, because he was running towards the crowd, and suddenly we were told he's injured. That's why he went down the tunnel. And then after quite some time, he comes back and he's heavily strapped on his leg, and the coach afterwards saying, yeah, he was injured. So make of that what you will. That is why Kabuza is trending. Tshwane, of course, the motion of no confidence that we spoke about earlier on in the news, and also relating to our question of the day. Motion of no confidence brought by the EFF and the ANC against Tshwane Mayor Solim Simanga. That is to take place tomorrow. Aretha Franklin, you also heard that in the news. Her remains lying in state, so that's why she is trending. And hashtag Theresa, and that, of course, Theresa May, and that was a picture there of Aretha Franklin, her gold casket that is currently lying in state. So those are your trending topics for today. All right, we need to get you up to speed with regard to what's happening commuter-wise, whether you're traveling by road, train, whatever it may be. Rob Byrne has the latest for you. So let's check in with him. Rob John joins us via Skype. Good morning, Rob.
Yeah, morning, SK. Good morning, South Africa. Let's take you around the country, see where the hotspots are already, and there are a couple of them. Let's start it off in Cape Town this morning, down in the mother city. A vehicle overturning on the M5 northbound, just up by the N2. The right lane is closed. You can see that line of traffic already coming in from the Kenilworth side. So if you come in from Retreat, Grassy Park, Muizenberg, if you come up that M5 this morning, you can expect some early morning delays. And say from about Kenilworth, it'll probably work its way back to Ottery pretty quickly. So give yourself extra time, or look at maybe a quick exit up the M3 or main road to avoid that. Also in Joburg, very heavy traffic. This is a truck crash at the Crown interchange. It's the Mike 1 North, just pretty much in the Crown. You can see again the red line of traffic there all the way back already to Ormonde. So maybe if you come through Uncle Charlie's, you want to think about maybe going down to Clip River Drive, taking that run up through Boyson's and Selby into Joburg, or maybe come off at Nasrec Road and go up to Main Reef and go in that way, although that gets busy with that closure around the Crown of the M2 East as well. So, if you come from Soweto or come from the south, and the Mike 1 into the Crown is your option this morning, again, just make sure you've got plenty of time. Hey, just staying in Joburg, this weekend, it's really, well, it's 1st of September, isn't it? So much kicking off. We've got Jazz on the Lake this Sunday. If you want to get there and avoid traffic, here's a couple of options. You can get to Mabonya Mall in Soweto and get free metro buses, 10 a.m. and a 12 midday departure from Mabonya Mall to Zoo Lake. Also, if Central Joburg is your preferred option, you can get a free bus from Braamfontein from the Metro Centre. They depart between 9:30 and 2 p.m. So there's options there. Lots more options we'll tell you about. But, big lockdown around Zoo Lake and around the zoo area of roads this Sunday for what is a very popular free concert event, the Jazz on the Lake event. And just if you're in the Eastern Cape area, again, tomorrow, not today, but tomorrow, there'll be more blasting. So we're just giving you a heads up about this. The R72 around the Hamburg area. It's the road that links Port Alfred through to East London. Tomorrow, a 2-hour closure between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m. Use the N2 through Petty, or just travel outside of those hours during the closure. That's the latest with the Morning Live.